Good afternoon. Here is the national news from BGI TV Currents. First, the headlines. Consumers pay 247.3 billion naira for electricity in 2023 first quarter. Kano government approved 7 billion naira for various capital projects. No work, no pay. Whatever happened next, don't blame us, resident doctors tells Nigerians. Father of siblings killed by collapsed hotel fence demands justice. On sports, Senegal to face the Tigers in Afro basketball final. I am Morire Rebila Lawa. The news shortly. Consumers in the country pay 247 billion naira for electricity in the first quarter of 2023, an increase of 1.14% compared to 243.65 billion naira paid in the fourth quarter of 2022. The latest report from the Nigerian Electricity Commission (NERC) has shown. In its 2023 first quarter report released yesterday, the Commission stated that the total revenue collected by all the electricity distribution companies represented a collection efficiency of 68.75%. It stated that the DISCO's cumulative collection efficiency reduced by 4.58 percentage points from 73.33% in quarter 4 2022 to 68.75% in quarter 1 2023. According to NERC, the decline in collection efficiency was largely driven by Ibadan, Yola, Kaduna, and Abuja DISCOs, whose collection efficiency decreased by 15.50%, 10.20%, 8.49%, and 5.29% respectively. Conversely, only Jos DISCO recorded an improved collection efficiency of 4.88%. The report added that in quarter 2023, the average hourly generation on the grid was 4,334.41 megawatt, which indicated an increase of 92.05 megawatt compared to 4,242.36 megawatt in quarter 4 2022. In total, this is to be expected because it plays a critical role in meeting demand in the Lagos region, which regularly account for 25 to 30% of national consumption. The Kano state government has approved the release of 7 billion naira for the execution of various capital projects across the states. The State Commissioner for Information, Malam Alilu Dentie, disclosed this while addressing newsmen on the outcome of the 2 weeks recently Executive Council meetings in Kano on Thursday. Dentie said the funds and projects were approved during the second and third meetings of Council to address urgent public infrastructural and social services needs. He explained that over 1.6 billion naira was approved for the Ministry of Works and Housing to complete the construction of the new Office for Research and Documentation Directorate at Government House. Other projects are the construction of covered sewage along Jakara, Kwaring, Gogao River, procurement of fairly used as excavators and low beds of Kano Urban Development Authority, refuse collection equipment for Refuse Management and Sanitation Board, and maintenance of 11 selected metropolitan roads. Similarly, 779 million naira was approved for Ministry of Water Resources to settle 3 months water treatment plant electricity bills, procurement of 600 metric tons of aluminum sulfate for use at the treatment plant, supply of chemicals, and routine maintenance and technical services of the treatment plant, the Commissioner added. Then TA stated that the Ministry of Transportation received approved to expend over 37 million naira to repair Carota grounded vehicles, revive its operations and renovation of the State Driving Institute along Zaria Road. The Commissioner also disclosed that the Ministry of Environment was granted approval to undertake annual drainage clearance at the cost of 5 million naira, while Refuse Management and Sanitation Board received over 658 million naira as operational funds. The National Association of Resident Doctors, NAD, on Friday flagged the circular issued by the Federal Ministry of Health to implement the no work, no pay policy on the striking members, saying that the doctors should not be blamed for any likely escalation of the situation. President of NAD, Dr. Emeka Oji, while reacting to the circular in a chat, described the action of the ministry as unfortunate Recall that the federal government had directed hospitals to maintain an attendance register for all resident doctors and for chief medical directors and medical directors of federal tertiary hospitals to implement the no work, no pay policy on the striking members of the National Association of Resident Doctors. The circular dated August 1st and addressed to the CMDs and the MDs nationwide entitled The Incessant Strike Action by the Nigerian Resident Doctors, Implementation of No Work, No Pay Policy of the federal government was signed by the Director of Hospital Services, Dr. Andrew Noah. The circular reads in part the various conciliatory meetings by the Federal Ministry of Health, Federal Ministry of Labor and Employment with government stakeholders, Secretary to the Government of the Federation and the National Assembly as proved abortive in getting NAD to call off their indefinite strike action. I am directed to inform you that the Federal Ministry of Health has instituted the policy of no work, no pay against the striking resident doctors in line with circular reference number 58598/8/1/182 dated June 22nd, 2016. I am further directed to request you to maintain an attendance register for all residents willing to work and furnish the ministry of such name every month. And in swift reaction, President now, Dr. Oji, informed that it is unfortunate that the Ministry of Health has been shifting blame and keeps saying that they don't have a minister yet. Why they cannot handle such issues. From that story, we go to the next story. A 45-year-old furniture maker, Ahmed Atolagbe, whose two sons were killed on July 22nd, 2023, when a portion of the fence of a hotel collapsed on their house in the Ikorodu area of Lagos State, is demanding justice for the deceased. The Kwara State-born grieving father informed that on Thursday that tragedy struck when the fence of a hotel collapsed on a 3-room apartment located at Alao Street, Olanukon bus stop, Ishawo in Ikorodu, during a downpour. The father of 6 said his two sons, 7-year-old Abdul Wahab and 9-year-old Rokib, who were sleeping around the dining section of his sitting room at the time the collapse happened on them. He added that his first son was also injured, while his wife, Omotola, lost consciousness following the impact of the tragedy that befell the family. He said, I was already at my furniture workshop in Irawo when I received a distress call that I should return home to attend to a pressing issue. By the time I got home, I realized that the fence of a hotel beside my house had collapsed following the impact of the erosion coming from the hotel. The fence fell on my house, killing my 2 sons. My eldest son was also injured. The incident was too much for my wife. She fainted and was rushed to the hospital. Atolagbe said while the matter was initially reported at the Owutu Police Divisional Headquarters, the case had since been transferred to the State Criminal Investigation Department, Panti, Yaba. I'm aware human rights lawyer Femi Falana-San, in an interview, asked the state government to investigate the matter and conduct an integrity test on the hotel building to forestall a reoccurrence. Falana said the state government should take over the matter and investigate the circumstances surrounding the collapse. The government should ensure that justice is done to the innocent children who died while sleeping due to the collapse. The government should also conduct an integrity test and also said the owner of the hotel was currently in police custody and that an agreement was reached to offer the bereaved family a sum of money and rebuild their house before Atolagbe opted out of the arrangement at the last minute. Finally, sports. Nigeria's D Tigers will face 11-time African champions Senegal in the final of this year's FIBA Women's Afro Basketball in Kigali, Rwanda. In the second semi-final played on Thursday, Senegal defeated Mali 75-65 to reach the final for the first time since 2019. Earlier on Thursday, reigning African champions D Tigers outclassed host Rwanda 79-48. The last time the Tigers faced Senegal in the final was at the 2019 edition hosted by Senegal, which the Nigerian team won. While Senegal last won the FIBA Afro Basketball in 2015 when they defeated host Cameroon in the final. The final between the Tigers and Senegal will hold on Saturday, August 5th. With that sports story from basketball, we've come to the end of today's national news from BGI TV Currents. Before we go, some headlines. Consumers pay 247 billion naira for electricity in 2023 first quarter. Kano government approved 7 billion naira for various capital projects. No work, no pay. Whatever happens next, don't blame us. Resident doctor tells Nigerians. Father of siblings killed by collapsed hotel fence demand justice. And on sport, Senegal to face D Tigers in Afro Basketball final. For more updates of our broadcast on YouTube, our handle is BGI TV Current. Kindly subscribe and click on the notification bell. Select option all to access all of our broadcasts. On Facebook, Bagade Imo with Alawi Adebayo. Please like and follow the page. Thank you for watching. Jumat Mufida to all faithful Muslims all around the world. I am Morire Rabila Lawa.
Audio Jungle.